we had was unrepairable. George went out and he got a price for a new carpet cleaning machine. The price on it is $1,584.70. We're going to dedicate one person that will be starting to clean all of the carpets, and that will be his only job. He will go from building to building to building and be cleaning the carpets, and that will be all he does.
Is there something,
Is this a professional person or is it someone that's randomly hiring?
No, this would be a maintenance person. This would be a maintenance person. Yeah.
what about stretching the carpets where they're all wrinkled? New carpets.
So,
The people that install it should come back.
Which building are you talking about? Which building?
St. Moritz.
St. Maurice is not one of the new ones. That was done under the Doug Myers floor. Sorry, it slipped out. It slipped out.
But that's maintenance can fix that.
Yeah, that was done under the previous board. I mean, one of the previous boards. So can we stretch it out? I don't know.
We may have to have that done professionally, because you need a special tool to stretch that.
You need power stretchers to do it.
Okay. Can we clean?
I'll speak to this guy that's going to do our carpet and,
Yeah.
and see what he would charge us, if anything. Maybe I can get him to throw that in with,
With the 14,000 deposit.
and
Sounds good.
the idea that we're going to be buying more carpets from him.
Yeah, we should get something for that.
Maybe he has to clean it too if he doesn't. Okay, so we have an invoice from Everlast, proposal from Everlast Cleaning Supplies, Inc. And it's for, it's $1,584 and is that 70 cents? What is this for exactly? Is this for, what is this? Is it just a machine? It's just a machine, correct?
Yeah.
So this is a machine.
That's a good investment.
But I see like a lot of little items.
Well, that's
Where's
the
that?
fittings, the hoses.
Fitting,
Oh,
the hoses, the
okay.
waxing,
It comes with it.
hydraulics, chemicals.
Just have to buy the
And it
shampoo.
includes $100 of chemicals. Okay.
Free, it's like free.
All right. So we need a motion to approve the carpet cleaning machine from Everlast Cleaning Supplies, Inc. For a total of $1,584.70, including tax. Do we have a motion?
Did we buy from them before, or is this like the first time?
We bought a lot of people a long time. Scrubber machine, carpet cleaner, chemicals, everything. It's a big company.
Okay, Louis made the motion. Okay, second? I'll second it. Any discussion on the board first? Board first, anybody? Nina?
Okay. I've been here 38 years. I've seen the same problem every time we get new carpeting. People use liquid bleach and fill the carpets right away. It should be mandatory that there is no liquids to be used. It's terrible.
How do you enforce the type of carpet also that's being purchased is what they call the dye solution. And I'm sure the gentleman in the back can verify dye solution. If something spills on it, it won't,
Bleach is bleach.
Bleach will
Yeah, bleach is
will
bleach.
eat it just the same.
really? Because
Yeah.
I remember some time back when I was manager at another association, they were replacing the carpet and it was a dye solution. And we took Clorox and poured it right on it and it didn't do anything to it.
It's very unusual, but nylon is the only thing that would withstand that. Nylon carpet.
That don't work.
If there's any other foreign material in the carpet makeup, it's going to bleach.
And I understand this lady's point. I can tell you, you can tell people from now until tomorrow, don't use liquid bleach. If they're going to use it, they're going to use it. And the only way you're gonna, do anything about it is when you follow the trail back to their door.
Yeah,
It was dumped in front of my door.
the renters
I've
don't
never
care.
used liquid bleach in my life.
Okay, well, there are people who are vindictive.
Yeah,
No, I'm not, somebody says, oh, I wanna get even with you, let me go pour bleach in front of your door and ruin the carpet, and then now they're gonna blame you.
Dan is right that there was, the old carpets that we had were not bleach resistant. The new ones do have something special that they do not, apparently, get stained when bleach is still on. Because I've noticed that, it's the old carpets that have those bleach stains. And you're in one of the buildings with the older carpet.
Excuse me,
Mm.
you have the sample of the Yorkshire. Pour some bleach on, see
Oh,
what
no,
happens. You've got a sample,
Okay, yeah, do that.
okay? And we'll know right away.
Right.
Good idea.
Anyway, so Dan, what are the carpets that we'll be cleaning with this? Which ones?
And any of the buildings,
Including the, well, not the Zurich, obviously. For
well, it's gonna be brand new, obviously, but
So-
eventually it will, because eventually
not-
it'll get dirty.
Not the old Zurich carpet one.
No,
Some of them are
because
safe.
that-
Are
that-
we gonna do the Heidelberg while they wait for the
Marseille,
new
George.
one, or what?
First
Yeah, we'll
one.
do the Heidelberg, we're gonna do, every single building is going to get, the carpets clean. Zurich, obviously, because it's gonna be getting new carpet, there's no point in spending.
Is it worth doing the Heidelberg if they're gonna get one soon as well?
Oh, the whole
Well-
place stinks.
Okay, do the Heidelberg.
We gotta keep the guy busy anyway.
It's awful.
Yeah,
We
do the
have two
Heidelberg.
big plants.
Yes.
Marseille building needs to be first. It's
That they
disgusting.
come, they just- It's, the lobby, this is a.
Buildings
oh,
that have
it's
never
awful.
been
It's awful.
carpeted.
What,
It's
Marseille?
a-
So we're gonna do all of them except for Zurich,
You sure about
except for the
that?
Zurich, since that one's getting
Never
new
been done.
carpets.
Scott Samuels, when he was in power, he did that building.
Anybody else on the board?
They should look into it for you.
Any objection
Guarantee it hasn't
to
been done.
purchasing the
I
machine?
don't think so.
Hearing none, it's approved. Okay, next item. Next item is pest control.
Yep. We have been using Maxwell Pest Control. As many of you probably know, they're out here every week. And every week, people are calling the office, they called the week before, that they still have ants, they still have roaches, they still have whatever their problem is. Also, not very long ago, they came out and they were supposed to do the entire community with a treatment. And turns out that they did less than half and still submitted the invoice for the entire job.
Wow.
So that was another strike against them. George has also informed me that many times he will go around and check the traps that they set for any vermin that are in the area and find out that they have not been rebaited. So they're charging us every month $10 for each one of those boxes to put bait in them. And George is telling me they're not doing it. So to me, that's 3 strikes, you're out. So we went looking for some other pest companies, and we came up with these ones here, AAA Pest Control. They will service 25 units per week, $5 per unit for anything over 25. A semi-annual service for all units for $12,500, I'm sorry, and a monthly charge of $2,800, including weekly pest control for the 25 years, blah, blah, blah. We weren't particularly thrilled with their presentation. Maxwell is actually, they charge you $1,500 a month, and this is their basic service. Anything above and beyond that, they're hitting us with another bill. And as I said, when they were supposed to do the community-wide treatment, out of the 832, they did a little bit over 300 of the units. So obviously, we're not happy with them. Another company, Samco, they want to charge you a $1,500 setup fee. They will do 5 visits per month or 60 a year, which includes the bait replacement of the rodent traps. Equipment cost is, they charge you for 50 of the stations at $17 per station, which is $850, which I don't understand why they're charging us for, because if we tell them to leave, they'll pick up their stations and go. It's not like we're going to keep them. And as I said, their setup is almost $1,500. They cover ants, cockroaches, centipedes, silverfish, earwigs, rats and mice, or I guess that's supposed to be rats, or is a typo. Anything above that, they charge extra for. We went back to Orkin, and Orkin will do 277 units per month, plus 48 rat boxes and common areas. The first month will be $1,993.86. After that, it drops down to $1,383.30. They cover roaches, common ants, rats, mice, pharaoh ants, and common spiders. We've used them in a couple of units already because the owners had complained that Maxwell had come out and they felt that they weren't doing anything. Even George has said to me he thinks that Maxwell is watering down their chemicals when they come and spray. Orkin came, they put down a gel. Doreen, my wife, her brother-in-law, my brother-in-law, he owns a very large exterminating company in California. We asked him, what is the best way to treat for this? And he said by treating with the gels is the most effective way. He said the fact that Maxwell is coming week after week and spraying and spraying and spraying, he says all they're doing is throwing chemicals on top of chemicals, and he says that if they're not killing anything, then they're not using full strength chemicals. These are the 4 companies that we've looked at, and my personal suggestion would be go back to Orkin. They seem to be doing the best job at this point.
I have something to say about that, Dan. I totally disagree.
Hold on.
Orkin was
No,
horrible.
guys, no audience until the board discusses.
I totally disagree with
Okay.
that.
The first thing we're gonna do is ask Dan, what are you recommending?
Orkin?
Okay, I believe we did have Orkin in the past.
Orkin sucks.
I know, people
We fired Orkin.
they've
We
been
fired.
here on a couple of units already, and the people that we have used them, that we sent them over there, they've been very happy with them, and in fact, Orkin hasn't even charged us for the couple of times that they've been out.
Orkin is the
So I don't know why they were let go the last time. I don't know if these are the same people that, just because it's Orkin doesn't mean it's necessarily the same people running the place as it was last time, but again, it's up to the board to decide what they want to
I
do.
think a big part of the problem is that the last time Maxwell came out, there were signs posted in the building that said, the exterminator is coming at such and such a time. If you're home, they'll do your place. Most people work, and it was a weekday. That's not the kind of
Yeah, but don't they have
thing
access to the keys?
we need to. Well, that's the whole thing. It said that the sign said if you're home, they'll do your place. That's not the way we should be doing it.
Well, we sent security around them with keys to
Okay.
people that weren't there.
All right. Did we have the keys for the
Yes,
people?
we
Okay.
had keys,
So we
but
were able to
again,
get
Maxwell they stopped coming. We asked them, when are you coming back? Oh yeah, we'll be back to finish up the job, and we're still waiting for them to show back up
And
again.
they were paid,
No, they have not been paid.
or they don't get paid?
No, absolutely not.
I know my building is doing better under them. my building was one of the one that had a lot of roaches, and they're doing better with this present company. So that's my personal experience because I use them a lot. Orkin sucked. They didn't do anything. There's a lot of roaches when we had Orkin all over in our building. So I totally disagree.
Nothing other goes that's,
Okay.
John,
Yeah,
we fight or.
right, I remember that, I remember that. It was a long time ago, I don't remember why,
Why you want to hide again?
why was it,
Access.
why was it, I don't remember.
Maybe they didn't have access.
Yeah, I know, I remember doing it, I just don't remember why, yeah. So yes,
Just a moment. Would it be possible to spray in between the walls, some product, some?
Could we do that?
That would guarantee the freshness of both condos, I mean, you know. Antika, I'm sorry? I don't know, is it possible?
to spray between the walls?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Is-
know anything about that.
I mean, they would have to drill holes in your walls to be able to,
Yeah.
put the insecticide in there.
Protect both sides.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about roaches are gonna go wherever they're gonna go, and
Yeah.
from what we understand, from talking to several of these companies, plus talking to, my brother-in-law, roaches will stay within about a 16-foot radius. They create a nest. The problem with the small roaches that everybody is seeing
Exactly.
is that the female carries an egg sac of about 25 to 30 roaches in that egg sac. You could step on the female. If you don't destroy the egg sac, and the egg sac will still hatch without the aid of the female. Okay, so now you've got 25 more new little baby roaches. It's the German roaches are an extremely, extremely hard thing to get rid of.
I don't want Orkin back, that's all I know, they're horrible.
Can I say something? So,
Yes, Nina, you had something?
Yes. All right, I never had roaches in my apartment ever, 38 years, never. All of a sudden, I had roaches. I had Maxwell come, they sprayed. 3 days later, the roaches were back. They came the next week because I had roaches again. I went to Dan and Doreen. They spoke to their brother-in-law. They sent Orkin to me. Orkin came, this is 3 days later again, and they said that what they use is something that sterilizes these roaches so they can't reproduce. I have never had a problem again. It was instantaneous.
This was when?
After Orkin was here.
When?
This was the beginning of February.
Hmm.
Yeah.
so I think my story is similar, and that's actually why I'm here tonight, because I've been here not a long time, 5 years. We've had 2 roaches in 5 years, and I
What
can
building?
tell you that they were
St.
dead.
Moritz.
Same right.
Dead in the St. Moritz, and they were in the patio doors. And I remember the first roach was when we bought the place, and I said to the real estate agent, "Oh my gosh, there's a roach," and she said, "Oh, that's okay, you know, that means that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, being exterminated." We didn't worry about it, we never had roaches until this year, and so my experience is similar to yours, Nala. Like, something is different, and I think it is, you know, I respect the people that are saying they didn't have a good experience with Orkin, but I have to say, for 5 years we did, and then I wondered, because we're not here all the time, we're seasonal, if something had changed. And I learned that they had changed the exterminator company. So, you know, I don't know what the answer is, but I can say from our experience, we didn't have a problem with Orkin
Well, we weren't
when they
here
were here.
either, and they weren't spraying when we're not here, right?
No, anyway,
That I don't know.
it's,
Well, what Maxwell,
there's-
Maxwell doesn't go into the units unless you specifically call them to go in.
they did, and they did, and
Well, they
my
weren't
experience
here.
is the same as Nyla's. It didn't do a thing, right? So it didn't solve the problem at all.
Yes.
So the exterminator that, you know, we had, what's the name of it, Maxwell? So they we started seeing some in our building, and they came and they sprayed, I never had any roaches, and they sprayed. And come to find out, my mother is allergic to the spray. So she said, the next time you come, I need you to use the gel. You can't spray. So they came and they used the gel, and it was fine.
Was it Orkin or was it Maxwell?
No, just that's
Maxwell has the gel.
yes.
They
So
got the
the
gel.
gel is what works.
So they should be using
So
the gel.
whoever you use, make sure they use gel.
Yep.
Because the gel is what works, and I can't use anything else but the gel because my mom's allergic to it. So,
Mhm.
it's the gel that
Um,
works.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
because I have, the few times that I've had Maxwell in my house, I've had him to use the gel, because that spray does make me sick.
And it worked?
So the gel works.
Okay. Yes.
Let's be clear on that. If you're not at home, they don't come into your property?
Dan, let's get clarification on that. So
They
you,
don't come into your property unless you specifically call them. They charge us additionally to come, well, we found out that their contract was for them to come out twice a year and do the whole property. They have never come out until this year, until this time, when we went and looked at the contract and said, when are you coming out and doing your semi-annual treatment? Oh, okay, we'll be out. And as I said, instead of doing the entire property, they did less than half.
okay, but for
Now,
that,
if you have a problem and you call the office, they come out on, every Thursday, there's a list. And they go around to those individuals
That
and
call.
Right.
they call,
So you
yes,
have to
otherwise
call.
otherwise they're not coming in.
Oh, Dan, I have a question. How do people handle it in other?
That's not what, that's not.
Normally, most associations will have a monthly treatment where the exterminators will come in and they will do common areas and if there's any individuals, they will come in and not charge you for those individuals' calls. In other words, a callback. They went through all the common property, garbage rooms, hallways, whatever. If someone calls up and says, I got ants, I got roaches, they come in, they do their thing, whether it's gel, spray, or whatever it might be.
Okay, well, I need.
And then the next month, they're back again.
okay, but with the 6-month thing, that includes going into the units, correct? The
It
semi-annual.
was supposed to be, but as I said, this was the first time that they've done that.
Well, just
And it
told
was
them to.
only because we found out that they were supposed to be doing it.
Well, but
They
does
didn't
the,
even
does the
it
Orkin
scheduled.
have that? Does the Orkin have the semi-annual? Or
No,
go
they
through-
don't have semi-annual because they're gonna come around and do every month, they're gonna come out and they're going to do 277 units. Every month, they will do 277, and so they'll be going around the entire property so that they will eventually get back to the beginning.
But that's if you call them.
No, that's gonna, Orkin will do that every single month. They will have somebody out here
Oh, this is
and they will
Orkin.
do the 277 units. The next month, they will pick up the next 277 and so on until they
They
get
never
back.
get that in first
Which
place.
means the entire property is done every 90 days.
Approximately, right, approximately every 90 days.
But what about people that have the apartments closed, you know, and basically abandoned?
You have,
They never
We
open
have,
the
we have
door.
keys, we have keys. We have keys for that.
You have one?
We have keys for every apartment.
But I
We do? For every apartment?
Just about every apartment.
No,
I
but
would
how
say
do we know?
99% of the
How
apartments.
do you know that Orkin is going into them?
We send somebody around with them.
Oh, okay.
We send one of
Because
them.
I see them walking around and they just go, they don't know
Well,
where they keep going.
that's the other thing with Maxwell, you know, nobody's going around with them at this point. Half the time, I don't even know that they're on the property.
Yeah, because
The garbage room needs to be
To me,
cleaned once
if
a
you don't do
year.
every single apartment, it doesn't matter who we hire.
yeah,
There's always gonna be roaches.
Yeah.
They have a place to go.
because they travel,
Yeah, they travel and then they can come back.
Exactly.
especially through the bathrooms.
Yeah.
There's some connection between the
I
units.
just, you know what, I would just like to say that I think we should go with the recommendation of the property manager.
Yeah.
We have a property manager for a reason, and he's made a recommendation to us. We know that what we're doing right now is not working. I'm glad that there are more people having the same experience that I'm having, because, not glad, actually, I shouldn't say that, but at least it doesn't make me feel like we're the only ones with the problem. Yeah.
We're glad you took it back.
Yeah. So I'm not glad, but I think that there is a problem here, and, I know my girlfriend's not here, she saw a rat outside as well. We've never seen rats here. This has not been an issue, and, I think
They
we
don't
should
like
go
cold.
with the recommendation of our problem.
Have you ever seen a roach in New York City in winter?
Yes, Remo.
Out in the snow?
Yeah.
Get the gel.
When Maxwell came,
Let's get the gel.
Clean your garbage room,
Everybody.
wanna see it.
when Maxwell came this year to do all the units for my building, when they came, I asked them, will you do all the units? And he answered me, we'll do the units where people answer. I said, why don't you do all the units? He said, because we have to have someone from the administration to come with us to open the doors, and we don't have
Yeah,
anybody.
see, that's what it should be,
And that's.
That's why
We
he
sent the
cannot
guard around,
do all
one
the
of the security
units.
guards around.
with
See?
the keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has to have someone from the
Oh,
administration to
absolutely,
come with us.
absolutely.
Okay, because I remember that a couple of the buildings, the first ones that were done, there was no guard that went with them.
Right, and that's
Was
why
Orleans
we
one of
found out
those?
that he wasn't going back.
Was Orleans one of those?
I don't remember, Barbara.
Yes, Orange was.
So that was the problem, yeah, it wasn't done right for the first few
But he
days.
never came back to pick up the ones that he couldn't get into when we started sending him around with the garden. He was supposed to come back and finish the property, and he's never come back.
Oh, yeah, um,
He still doesn't come back. We've called him 3 times on it.
okay.
If it's a little argument, great, but this one-
Yeah, it's a divided, it looks like it's divided out there, in terms of people's experience. George, can you remind us why Orkin was let go in the first place? Why was it terminated?
Same thing they do in Maxwell. Big difference. Same thing.
Same thing or big difference?
It's big, it's not different. It's same thing.
No difference.
No, not different. They working up, listen, this way they do it. The person called the office, I want to terminate. 1, 2, 3, 15 people, or 20 people, they drive it. Next month, next time they coming, same people, they call it. What happened the rest? Nobody called. Are they going to open the, go doing the spray in the apartments with ketchup in the office? That's way it's not working. Working, he did it like that, these guys doing the same thing.
That's not how Walken is going to do it, George. You're not listening to what I said. They are going to do 277 units a month.
And the past they're supposed to do it this way, they're not doing
Exactly.
it, okay? I have,
Exactly.
Well, they're not following, they're just gonna lax.
They just wanna get back in, that's
Now,
all.
you want to test him with him, give you 3 months, if he's doing better, we hire, but not hire now.
You're switching this company because they're not doing, why are you switching this company?
Because we constantly are having people complaining about them. They, as I said, they came out, were supposed to do the property, did less than half. They have been called several times to come back, they have not come back. They want to charge us for the entire property. I'm not paying that bill, okay? And we've had Orkin come out on a couple of cases, and the people that we had Orkin take care of, those people are very satisfied. They said they solved their problem immediately.
So you learned from dealing with this company to deal with Orkin, to have someone travel with them, with the keys, to go into all of these 277 places to make sure that they're going to do 277
Yeah, absolutely.
places.
First of all, I would never let anybody go in to
Right,
somebody's
but I'm just
apartment.
saying, the other people were supposed to have been doing the same thing, but because they didn't have a shadow, they were not. So that's what I'm saying, you've learned from that to have someone travel with Orkin so we can get the job done.
We do have a couple more items on the agenda, so just one more person and that's it.
And are they doing building by building or just random building? If you call, they come? What are they
We
doing?
discussed that already.
Who are you
Yeah,
talking
we
about?
discussed it.
Maxwell?
Either one.
No, we already discussed that. It's
Maxwell
basically,
only
yeah.
goes to people that have called. Orkin will do building by
Dan,
building by
we've
building.
discussed this several times. Okay,